Me say and that just like most Ghanaian media platforms no, we are going to talk about Chairman Wontumi. The case Nepal, you know, we are going to talk about the case Nepal. Now, me want to say NPP for Ababe press conference. Now, press conference now we no more can be. You know, some of us are you read the judgments, no. It will be a great disservice if we keep quiet and we allow the NPP to, you know, misinform Ghanaians. And so the best thing we are going to do is say judgments, no. Yebe Ghana for acting sem na see. Masha see posting. In fact, I posted 2 videos on the judgment so far, so you can watch those videos to understand what's going on. Now, NPP 4-year press conference no, omo can be. Omo say judge no, ain't use evidence biya. Enti no Chairman Wontumi ne de. Omo hu ne say he's just a political prisoner. Say politics inti ne achi no undi bone. Because judge into me and you so evidence be in tia Chairman Wontumi. Judge ne say evidence be anywhere what debate tia Chairman Wontumi. No, you so ade be a friend of circumstantial evidence. Now circumstantial evidence no, as a trainer saying, na metric mu no be atiase. You know, we need to break it down for people to sort of understand what's going on. And then first time we have subscribing and click the notification bell on so. Oh yeah, this our latest news be about on sa ebeka. This video is kindly brought to you by Nature Hills Herbal Shop. They be a me say we bema adia baako en wo say ohwesu ye pan se moja be die fusane ye wo mu because say wo bema mu be ye bema mpenyi kasa na meka no say wo bema mu be ye bema no moja e die fusane inti no de bia no wo say ofa beetroot capsules 2 a day bema moja die fusane ye wo mu na opestamina nso bema mu a mesrew herbal products be a friend no maca root capsules and also 2 a day. For Nature Hills Herbal Shop, now one supply be ML 059-800-3891. On an enkasa baby awo wagana be no betumi supply at the amount. Now, yamran sem so. Obi baby say, what is the difference between hardcore evidence and circumstantial evidence here? NPP for air can say judge ne yusu sa ade nintina na ne trese Chairman Wontumi wondi bone na politics inti ne ache no very simple. You can say hardcore evidence what it means and they say yemfa ne say obi abokro no right you see obi akwako wi ade wakwako wi akoko. Hardcore evidence me say camera etchi ni pakro no ehu nipa ko ni fili se nipa ko na kwako wi akoko no eno no ne friend hardcore evidence enti eno ne tumi di kogina court ni akyere say indeed yehu nipa ko ni se wo wi akoko ni enti no say right now you can circumstantial evidence na that one no say yeni enhu nipa ko na wo wi akoko no yeni ambo ne so enhu se wo wi akoko nanso emra wo ko wi akoko no obi ehu nipa kro no emra wo ko wi akoko ni wie ya wo okọ obi enso hu se okra akoko no ede kọ ye ko ni fie yakwa ko hu se akoko no ewo eja so a ototo nti even though I know no ye ni ambo so se nipa kro no ofa akoko no yenhu no video so se wo ofa akoko no ene interest onye ono no ofa akoko no because in chain no obi aka se o mi hu ni se na wa ba akoko buo ni nchen obi nso se ehun se o mi hu se na akoko bi hye na tare mu a o free akoko buo ni direction a o ko ni fie yakwa ko pie wo ni pakro ni fie ni nso no yehu ne se ni pakro no akoko na yesi wewia no edeje so a wo toto any kwan say will be trail say nipa kro no we are clearly and then your circumstantial evidence say nipa kro no we akoko no nti NPP for say Chairman Wontumi case no and no na judge and indeed I've been reading the judgment judge no asemo a wokan no and then a judge ni yusu ye nti no na say judge no wanya de pa asemo NPP for kan no and you see this is where you know say at this point NPP for they are just hanging on straw. I say asem no abro omoso nti no omo pe bibia kan keke. That is why they are making those statements. JFK Frimpong Kodia ne babe kan asem no. Why am I saying that? You see, in the history of mankind and in the history of onipa daseni bia no, circumstantial evidence. In fact, yes, ye can acquire na ye can ensem bebraye di ewo onipa ya brabo mu a dodo na no circumstantial evidence and ye didi nsem no. Even in the Bible, se munia mo bekaya King Solomon ono ene maame mienu a omo wo ba fresh abaako ba wu ya wo sheda kokofa abaako ba wo mo pre ho omo begina Solomon enim ne de na esiye Solomon yusu nyansa omo pre ho ena Solomon ka say listen okay se mo pre akola na otiase ne ho de a we se ye meba no na otiase wenzu se ye ono ene metwa nkola ne mu mienu na baako afa baako na baako nso afa baako de enti a Solomon yes ane say ye ni na no ano no Solomon oni ho a boni ni si se obi bewu eno hu nti wo sesa akwakofa de onwu ye na Solomon eni ho wenhu oni hardcore evidence enti no yisu adwen circumstantial evidence no ene say metwa nkola ne mu mienu because nipa kra eye ne ba real no on pese ye beku ne ba because ye twa akola ne mu mienu a akola ne bewu enti on pese ye beku ne ba enti se meka se me twa akola ne mu mienu obeka se daabi but de enye ne ba no so no ne bewu enti ye ka se ye twa akola ne mu mienu de obeka se ende ane yenye ne mbo ye nina enti ye ho ba ko ka se ane twa akola nim ena ba ko nso ka se daabi me ntwa ne mu no ehona Solomon hu se de wo ka se daabi na akola ne ye ne de afama no eye nyansa circumstantial evidence ena Solomon didi sa asem no. So in the history of mankind, that is how it has always been. Because asem men enesia no kware ye nina ye wa around. Ohwa ahemfo edi nsem ewo man we mu. Otumfo se tutu tena nsem bebre so, nanso nsem na otumfo se tutu edi no. Eya na otumfo se tutu wo ho. Eya no onyina ho hwe sa asem no esi. But nyansa Nyankopon di ama no. Circumstantial evidence no. Otie we die ne wetie witness we die no no ade na adwen 1 2 3 okay say 1 + 2 be ma 3 dia and 2 + 3 e be ma 5 no no a edie bu asem ne hu ne say based on baby asem ne ko ne baby asem ne dan nti no see inti wo hwa the life of mankind ya bra bomu a ensem bebra ye dikra no enye hardcore evidence ne edidi e circumstantial inti ende akwa ba ne say Chairman Wontumi case no saa nyansa no na judge na yusu na judge no e de ejeli Chairman Wontumi a mo NPP for no you have no right speaking against that type of judgment because most of the cases in this country they are judged by that way. Emra election petition course 2012 in a very famous words of Baumia as someone Baumia kind of say you and I were not there. So Baumia was expecting the court to use circumstantial evidence because na ye ni ho ema pink sheet in sensem ne course. That is what Baumia said. It is ende asem bani use circumstantial evidence. How dare you come out as a party and speak against that method of judgment? Now me say every single person should just read the judgment and you understand say judge no Nyankopon e de nyansa ehira no. And I'm always going to use the word how the judge was meticulous. I want the judgment ni mo obehu ne say yes Nyankopon ehira judges bi. Judge ni din ya na minim so ye oba na so ye bema because ni din ye Audrey Kokuvite. You know Audrey no eya na ye mba din na Kokuvi nso de it's an ever name. Eno no mbema din. Inti minim Audrey Kokuvite. Inti judge na ya na be se me addressing na minim se me addressing as he or she. Ati. Audrey Justice Audrey Kokuvite. But what shall judge no? Ni ruling na. You don't speak against that. You don't speak against the circumstantial evidence. You don't do that. You don't do that. In the NPP for Mr. Some be pay bibi parka. Munko penka me hune sa afenyo marking aba betron krata tetinti. We are going to address that and all that. But Ghana ni bia we with the judgment no. Ebe appreciate the judgment. For the very first time, I have even seen that journalists on social media are appreciating the judgment because they've read the judgment and they are saying, say, listen, mumi yanka no kwe. judge na yade. Yesterday will be biara wo share Joy News. Evans Mensah, I think that's his name. Ube say even the journalists addressing the issues no. Omwa jia tum say chale judge ne dia no kware ni why. So, you know, speak against that method. A lot of judges, that is what they do. Because you can't acquire na judge be ni ho aboni bi eji say be a judge ye the video about betu nenim and I the picture about betu nenim. But in cases bebre wo man we mu no. Cases bebre wo man cases no saying any the pictures about betu judge nenim, saying ye the video about betu judge nenim, and then you find the hardcore evidence, pictures and videos. And a perfect example ato force in case no. Emrana gofreda me peso chi ato force in tum no. Onze no na ye hardcore evidence. Indian ato force ye bo asem no gofreda me asem egu ye no. But how many cases need to mean hardcore evidence? It's mostly no a judge no obe rely on witness statements. Obe rely on ebia logic. En semna ni pakrona ye de ato ne so no cross examination asem a wono kra woka na asem na woka na sisi so. Asem a woka no saying nyansa wom eno ne friend circumstantial evidence eno the Chairman Wontumi or the finding him guilty and NPP for cassette. So I hope at this point you understand. Ghana ni bia wutie me no book we asset ba ko a e wo se wo keep e wo fie to book we ma wo ho to ma wo ba to ma obi biara osumbo ewo wabrabo mu wadamfo obi a opese odiye wabrabo mu bia no to sa book we your friend the Ghanaian investor na sa book we betrel different forms of investment a obetumi aye ewo Ghana ha licensed investments. The first one ade bia your friend emergency fund book we betrel senior be set up emergency fund abrabo aye boy bibia betumi ato if you have an emergency fund ebeba na ba be save you oka betumi asay wo kwan so obetumi ayare oba betumi ayare nini na emergency fund no ebe take control of all those situations. Book no besan so atrew ade bia ye fe na endowment fund a obetumi dia protect wo ho any future na sa endowment fund no nyame mpengu okokonya accident na wontumi nya adwuma bioma it will take care of you for the rest of your life. Book no besan so atrew senya obe set up a personal pension fund. Nkrofo bebre eye adwuma wie ekọ retirement omukọ retirement we are no mo ho aba betwe omo o set up a personal pension fund. That will not be your case. Most importantly, book we betwe how to invest in the Ghana Stock Exchange. Now Ghana Stock Exchange investment basically it means you are buying ownership of Ghanaian companies. Now Ghana Stock Exchange it is one of the best performing markets in the whole world. A lot of people are making money from the Ghana Stock Exchange, but they don't know how to invest in it. Book we a better idea. Your investment be why a friend of mutual fund. Book we better how to invest in a mutual fund. Now mutual fund you don't need to be rich to invest in a mutual fund. I remember an example. You find say wa ba fresh. Now what per license mutual fund Ghana has say opese odi usikashim. Say Wontumi invest 500 cedis every single month. A Ghanaian mutual fund moi. By the time I will be 19 years now I done a millionaire. You find say wa CB we did 10. Opese that chibi odi every month for 500 cedis a mutual fund boom emano. By the time I will bano and our fast no obedi 29 years no na oye millionaire. Wankasa wutie me we di 40. Now so sha onye investment bia eno ane say obeye mutual fund every month for 500 cedis a shame. By the time obedi 59 years no na wenya 1 million Ghana cedis. Into mutual fund that is how it works. Small money every single month. By the time embre ebebano nesikano ayekese book we better sanya mani na sa ope book no ni PDF anase ni twi video free anase WhatsApp number na ewo book ni so sisia na sa we Ghana ni na wa brochure na ope hard copy of the book a very simple call Amazon na search for the Ghanaian investor place order baby a will be a be shape e dia bro me da say